Welcome back to CTV Morning Live. Time for our Byward Market buzz, and a lot of you might look at this face and go, oh, wait a second, am I feeling okay? Because I think I just saw him out. Sonny Juane is joining us. He's like the man about town, especially here in the Byward Market. Could you even list, like how many bars you've kind of had a relationship with?
So I've been in the industry for longer than I'd like to admit, but we've got 14 brands altogether.
That's amazing.
All in the Byward Market. Love the Byward Market for all the different facets of it. Yeah. So not only restaurants and bars, but all the retail and everything else. So it's been amazing.
It has been amazing to see the growth and what you've been able to do. And one of the things that you've added to one of the establishments is My Condo. And with that, almost inviting people in because there's courses, and a lot of people would love to be able to know how it is that they do those tricks behind the bar. Yeah,
so we opened up a school called Bartender One, and we're running out of one of our facilities, and it gives them the most reality-based experience possible. And what we're finding is that there is a lot of people who are interested in not only learning to become a bartender and work in the industry, which is great for us, but also people who are, because of things like the Food Network, everyone's become a foodie in the internet. So there's a lot of interest in self-learning and development, so that a lot of people are interested in the sort of the mixology and foodie things.
And just being able, as they're entertaining, to be able to come up with these great new drinks. Okay, so we're also looking at people are hosting New Year's Eve parties. There's a lot of things coming up. You got 2 drinks you want to do with us.
Yes, so the first one we're going to do is we're going to do the a blue Cosmo. So basically, one of the trends that we've seen in mixology in general, or just cocktail development, is they're taking a lot of ideas and concepts and cocktails that we've seen in the past and bringing it forward, just with a slight little modification. So this is one that's relatively common. Everyone's heard of the Cosmo, because Sex in the City. So we're going to do a little bit of a modification that we're going to do a blue Cosmo. So the first thing we do is obviously chill the glass. Excuse me. And what we're doing, just creating the ice, the mix. And we use some corn.
I have a feeling we're going with this, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Hence the blue.
Thank you.
Now, a lot of people don't know that this is actually an orange-based liqueur, so it's got an orange flavor to it because they don't associate the color blue with orange, right? So what they normally put in a Cosmo is basically triple sec or Cointreau, which is the original one. Now, Cointreau, again, is an orange-based liqueur, but the thing is we're modifying it just ever so slightly. So 1, 2, 3.
I should have known that from the little orange picture on it, but I don't think I've ever looked at it long enough. I just see the blue.
No one ever picks up on that, actually. Or very few people do. And what we're using instead of red cranberry juice is we're using a white cranberry juice. So what gives it, again, keeps it that blue. Because if we use the red, which you can do, it comes out looking purple, right?
Because red and blue makes purple.
Exactly. Yeah. All the prime colors.
Gotcha.
We learned that in like grade 2. So when we just shake, just open it, right? We'll get rid of the ice. And then what we do is
strain it in.
Strain it in, and what we're going to use for a garnish, because we know that there's an orange flavoring in there. So what we use is garnish something called an orange zest. So which is this right here, but we're going to do a little bit different with it.
Okay, I saw you doing this with the orange. You actually just cut it off.
So you're cutting. What you're doing is you're cutting about a loonie or toonie size section of it, a cross section. You're trying to not get any of the flesh on the other side. And then what we're going to do is we're just heat it up on one side. And what it'll do is you want to get it into the blue flame and not into the red flame, because then you get this black mark on it. And what it does is it opens up the pores, and then what you do is you flame it.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, and people love this. Cool. They love this idea.
I was not expecting that.
No, and no one does.
That is awesome.
Very cool, huh?
Very cool. Be careful, though, for those of you who may be trying it on New Year's Eve for the first time. Yeah, try it a couple times. Okay, second one, I have about a minute to get to the next drink.
Okay, sure.
Okay,
so the next one is,
hey.
Drinking in the morning. It's like the best job ever.
It's awesome, right?
Exactly. So the next one we're going to do is, again, another very famous cocktail, Cuban cocktail, which is a mojito. But we're going to make, we're going to do a slight modification, and we're going to make a champagne mojito instead, right?
Yes.
So the first thing we do is, if you want to try this, so if you smell the mint.
I love it. This is my favorite drink.
Yeah, so you smell the mint right now, so you can smell it. And then we do something called humoring it. So when you start to humor it and spank it, what it does is it adds an aromatic flavor by opening up the pores. Now smell it.
That's awesome.
That's crazy.
Totally different.
I know, it's crazy.
So that's why, too, when you guys are making the drinks, why it's so...
There's an aromatic element of it.
I really feel it, and I'm like, I never really smell it like that. That's why.
Yeah, and exactly what we do. So we use about 8 mint leaves.
I'm totally going to use that trick now.
I know, everyone loves it.
It really is.
It adds, because the thing is, the tongue itself is a blunt force instrument. So we taste a lot with our noses. So that aromatic element, which when we add the champagne later on, is going to make a big effect.
Okay.
So a lot of people don't realize, yes, for sure, you can have a sip if you like.
I'm good. Not that bad yet.
So the thing is that we put them in, and this is the trick to making the mojito, because a lot of people will make the mojito and then they'll be serving it at restaurants, and they'll see a pretty girl and they'll smile and they'll have the mint in their teeth, so they get it in their grill.
Right.
So we want to avoid that, and the way we do it is, again, we use about a teaspoon of raw sugar.
Yes.
And then we put the lime on top of it. So what it does, it actually protects the mint.
Look at that. Looking out for all the ladies out there who ordered the Mojito and don't want the little green stuck in their teeth. You're brilliant.
Exactly.
You you figured it all out.
I've been around, so not in a good way. And then what we do is we just kind of muddle it. So what we're doing is we're creating all those yummies. And that's where all the flavor profile, but we're not shredding the mint, which is a lot of people make the mistake of doing.
And can we add the booze in the next 10 seconds because we run out of time?
Oh, okay, we'll add the booze right now.
Okay. So in goes the rum.
Yeah, and we use simple syrup.
Yes. What is that?
Simple syrup. It's 1 part sugar, 1 part water.
Oh, wow, okay.
Then we add, again.
That's what it, because I knew sugar was involved in that one.
Yeah.
And then the champagne.
And then the champagne, which you can add.
Awesome. Look at that.
And we'll add just a little.
Okay, how can people get involved in these classes, by the way?
They can go to bartender1.com and they can come and register. We have a couple of amazing workshops and adding a lot more. What we're looking at adding on the future is things like a barista program, which we're getting a lot of interest in.
Yeah.
We get a lot of groups like bachelorette parties and corporate events. Everyone
just
loves,
coming in and actually doing it for
they
themselves.
Love it, yeah.
I love that.
The corporate events is great because everyone likes team building around alcohol, right? So, crazy.
It's awesome when people get along. Cheers. It's great to see you again.
Cheers. You too. Take care. Oh.
We can hear Happy New Year. And best of luck. You can check out the website if you're looking to get details and get on the class. And always spend a lot of the time in Byward Market. Some wonderful establishments. Cheers.
Thanks. Happy New Year, guys.